guys, it's Lydia here, and for today's video I'm going to be taking you through 10 of my favorite athletic workout exercise hairstyles. So I've done my fair share of workout hairstyle videos over the years, but I really do love getting creative with my hairstyles when I work out, so I thought I would share 10 of those hairstyles with you, some a bit easier, some harder. I've also tried to, think of new ideas now that my hair is a little bit shorter, so it's just gonna be a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let's just dive in. Alright, so the first hairstyle we're going to do is just a very simple braided pony. This is something that I love to do if I in a hurry, have to get out the door. So you're going to start out by brushing your hair, and then I already have this side part, but you're just going to part your hair on the side. And you're going to start, I'm sorry, my hair is super fluffy today. Awesomeness. But anyways, we're going to start with a little smaller section up at your part. Split into 3 and start a Dutch braid. And then you're going to just start picking up smaller sections of hair. And the reason I like to pick up the smaller sections is because it just makes the braid just kind of look a little bit cooler, I think. And just braid all this whole side of your head. Again, adding in those smaller sections if you can. And if that just seems like too much work, if you're in a hurry, you can go with bigger sections. So once I've got to pretty much the back of my head where the ponytail is going to be, I'm just going to braid a few links normally and then secure everything in an elastic. And then you can be done here, or if you want to make it a bit cuter looking, you can kind of fluff out the braid. That is optional though, and you totally don't have to do it. And there you go. This one I really like because it takes like a few seconds to do. You can also change this up for a French braid if that's easier for you. I would say this one I don't wear as much in cardio workouts because this side especially can tend to the hair can fall out. So if you want to braid this side as well, it'll just make it a bit more sturdy. But yeah, that is it for the first hairstyle. Definitely one of my favorites when I'm in a hurry. I just want to throw a braid in my hair and call it good, especially for shorter hair. Okay, I just realized in the last hairstyle I was not wearing a workout shirt, so I had to fix that. But now we're back for the second hairstyle. Okay, so this next hairstyle is going to be a fun twist on pigtails. So we're going to do 2 Dutch braids, but they're going to cross in the back. Now I know you're thinking, Lydia, how on earth am I supposed to do this? But I promise you, if you can do a French or a Dutch braid, you can do this hairstyle. So split your hair down the middle in half. Then we're going to split each one of these sections in half, but we're going to do it this way. So you're going to go from kind of your eye level to the very back, making sure that the top and the bottom are about the same size. And then secure this one out of the way. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So start about eye level, going back, and then this time the bottom half I'm going to section out of the way. Now this hairstyle I'd seen for so long and I tried to figure out how to do it, and once I did it's actually so simple. Alrighty, so once you have all your sections, all you're going to do is just braid the free hair. Super simple. So grab a section of hair. I think it looks better with Dutch braids, but if you only know how to French braid, no worries, just do a French braid. But Dutch braiding is very similar to French braiding, so I think you can do it. Just braid under the middle section instead. Have a whole tutorial on this. I should just link it below, above, and then you can see it all. But yeah, braiding under, and then kind of taking smaller sections, and then just braiding just kind of in this line to get to the other side. It's actually really easy. Alrighty, and then once you get to the other side, you can either just secure it with an elastic, or if your hair's longer and you want just a braid, just braid it all the way down. I'm just going to secure mine with an elastic right here. And you have your first part to the pigtails. So it's actually really, really simple. I know it can be a bit intimidating, especially if you're not great at braiding, but just practice doing that. It's honestly really, really simple. I promise you, if you know how to Dutch braid, you can do this. Alrighty, now we're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Sometimes it's easier if you want to tilt your head this way, and then you can just pick up the hair. It's a lot easier than trying to pull it up because gravity's just working with you. So I'll show you that again. So on this side, instead of trying to drag my hand up and try to get it all nice looking, just go to the side and gravity's already working with you, so you can just pull the hair up and then stand up and it looks all nice. Okay, so then one tip I would give, when you get to the back and you've done all this corner and now you're going into this corner, braid just once or twice normally, so that way you can get over this braid. Because there's no hair to pick up right here, so it's nice to just kind of have those few links to get over that braid, and then you're going to start picking up hair again once you get to the other side. Just a quick little thing, just makes it look a little bit nicer so you can reach the other side. And there you go. This one is definitely one of my favorites. I've been wearing a lot, especially to Frisbee games, because it pulls everything back, but it's so cute and so unique. It's definitely something people are going to be like, oh my goodness, how did you do that? Because like, look how cool. So please, please try this one out, especially if you know how to Dutch braid. Just realized like how many Dutch braids I've actually been doing, so I'm just going to quickly give you like a quick little tutorial on how to do a Dutch braid, because if you know how to Dutch braid, that's kind of the base for a ton of hairstyles. So I'm going to quickly show you how to do a Dutch braid, because first of all, it's a really great just hairstyle as is, but also can transition to a bunch of other hairstyles like we've already been seeing. So what I'm going to start out by doing is pushing my hair straight back so I have a nice clean canvas to work with. Sorry if my hair is greasy, it's like probably 4th day. And then you're gonna go pick up just like a medium section, then split this into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. And then you're just gonna practice kind of braiding under. So in a normal braid, you would braid outside strand over like this. However, in this braid, we're going to do outside strand under. So, take this outside strand, go under the middle section, switch, outside strand, go under. So what I like to do is hold 2 sections with one hand, and then this outside strand, grab it with that hand, and then switch. Outside strand, grab under with the hand, switch. So just practice braiding under like this till you get the hang of it. And that's kind of the base for our Dutch braid. So now all you have to do is add in hair. And this is something, I could give you all the tips in the world, but you just have to try and practice it. And it might take a few times, but you can get it. So split your hair into 3, braid under. I like to braid under regularly just a few times. And then I'm going to do that tip that I showed you where you kind of lean to the side, gather a piece of some hair, and then add it to your section. See, this is my section. I just added it to it, braid them all under, and then repeat on the other side. Turn your head kind of sideways, gather it up, have my section in there now, collect up. Whatever feels right to you, just kind of figure it out. It might take a few tries, but it's okay. And do just a regular Dutch braid. Might change a little bit your hand position as you get to the back. Just keep going, keep working at it. And then once you get to the end, either you can secure it with a ponytail here or braid it all the way down. This also will depend on how long your hair is. And there you go, guys. That is it. I just wanted to add this in because I know Dutch braids are kind of a building block for like all the hairstyles, and honestly it's a pretty cute hairstyle as is. Gets the hair out of your face, it's really nice, and if you deal with flyaways, you could always just add a few snap clips on the side and it'll have like a fun kind of pop of color. this next hairstyle is less of a hairstyle and more of just a hack, but I wanted to share it with you because honestly, I use it all the time. So it's a couple ways to make your ponytail more sturdy as you're working out, especially if you have thicker hair. You know the struggle of you're in the middle of the workout, your ponytail is just kind of falling off and it's not doing its job, your hair is flopping all over the place, it's really annoying. Here's how to fix that. So option number one, what you're going to start out by doing is going from your ears to the top of your head or wherever you want your ponytail to sit, sweeping that all up and securing with an elastic right up here, nice and tight. And then once you've got that, you're going to flip that over and then brush the rest of your hair up into that position as well. So once you've got the rest of your hair in line with the ponytail, just secure it all together with one more big ponytail. And just adding that extra elastic for your front hair, you're going to have so much more support in your ponytail. Also just looks a lot more perky, it'll stay in place a lot better. So this hack, it's the simplest thing on earth, but I promise you will help you so much. Now if doing two ponytails like that is like, I don't have time, I'm just throwing my hair up in a ponytail before I go to the gym, I don't have time for such things, there's an even easier, if that's even possible, option. So you're going to start by getting your hair into a high ponytail position. I'm going to flip my head upside down and brush. Or you could also just finger comb if you don't want to brush your hair. If you have curly hair or something, you can just kind of finger comb your hair till it's in the right position. So then once you got it into the position, just grab two elastics and secure it right there. Or you can do one at a time if the two at the same time is a bit hard. But just do two elastics either together or one on top of each other. And bam. That's it. This is going to stay in place so much better, I promise you. This is basically what I do all the time when I'm going to film a workout. I just need to throw my hair up and I want something quick and easy. I'll just quickly do in two ponytails. It stays in so much better. And so if you've always had trouble with your ponytail just kind of falling out, it's so easy. Just add two. Simplest thing on earth. And the difference between the two, in case you're wondering, this one is simpler, but the other one can protect your hairline, because the other one you can kind of pull at the front hair and let that be looser, and then the back hair is being held by that second elastic. So that's kind of the difference between the two. So if you feel like you want either just the front to be looking a little bit nicer, or you don't want as much strain on your hairline, I would go with the first option, or this one if you just want to pull your hair up really fast. Okay, hairstyle number 5. We're going to kind of go off of this, and we're going to do a little braid. This is super, super simple. Pretty much everyone can do it. No Dutch braiding or French braiding involved here. But you're just going to split your hair into 3 and do a regular braid all the way down. And if you want to, before braiding, you can always wrap the ponytail with some hair if you want it to be a bit nicer looking, if you're going to like wear this as a hairstyle afterwards or something. But I just like to do it without, just because it makes things a little bit simpler. This is great if you don't want like your hair smacking you in the face as you run. Just quickly put a braid in it and then secure it with an elastic. And there you go. One thing that if you have trouble with your hair falling out, I'd recommend doing 2 ponytails and then doing the braid, because your hair can still get loose even with this braid. So do the 2 ponytails and the braid, and this is an awesome hairstyle. One thing I will say though, if you're doing like burpees or something, this can hit you in the face if your hair is long enough, so just beware of that. But if you're just doing something that it's not as much like swinging your head all around, this should be good. Really great for high impact, or if you're doing yoga or whatever you're doing that day, pull your hair back and still look cute. Also, this would be really good with a hat. If you did it like right here and then you did a braid and then you put a hat on, that would be really cute if you like to work out in hats. Okay, so I know we're kind of cheating, but we're going to go off this braid one more time, and we're just going to do a little bun. So just wrap your hair into a bun and pin it. I know it's the simplest thing on earth, but let me tell you, if you just want something really out of the way, I know a bun is just, it used to be one of my favorites. Since my hair's been shorter, it's been a little harder to do a bun, but braided buns are just the best thing. If you want your hair to just be pulled back out of the way, it's awesome. And there you go. This one is so cute. Just, I don't know, I really, really like it. Very simple, but just, I don't know, I feel like classy or something. I don't know why. One thing I will say is that buns for me tend to fall out a little bit more when I'm doing like burpees, a lot of high intensity, or running a lot, like playing a frisbee game. So I don't tend to wear buns as much for those kind of workouts. So just keep that in mind, especially if your hair is more like really, really thick or is very slippery, because mine's more slippery. If your hair is like that, then maybe you wouldn't want to do this one for some more high intensity workouts. But for anything else, like if I'm just doing a strength workout, this is a great hairstyle for that. And one thing I want to mention, so if you have the flyaway problem where all your baby hairs come out and it's so annoying, you can just gather those all together, twist them, and then either you can pin it, and one way to pin it would be to place the bobby pin next to the twist, and then just go over the twist and push up. So I'll do that one more time. Take your bobby pin, stick it next to the twist, then go over the twist and push up. And that's one of the best ways to just get all the flyaways out of the way. And you can do that with like 3 twists if you need to. Also, another cute way would be to add snap clips. So just pop those along the back of your head, and that would be really cute as well. I'm only going to do 2 just to show you. But yeah, snap clips would be really cute if you want to get rid of flyaways. So if you have like trouble with a lot of flyaways, just do that bobby pin method where you just loop it and push, and you can do that like on the front, side, back, wherever you have flyaways. Okay, so this next one, again, I'm going to go off of the ponytail, and I'm going to be doing the classic Sydney Cummings bubble ponytail. If you don't know who Sydney Cummings is, don't worry about it, but she's a fitness influencer, probably my favorite, and she does this classic ponytail that's just kind of her thing, so I had to shout her out before I did this hairstyle. Basically how this is, you have a ponytail, you go down like an inch from your original elastic and secure it with a small elastic. Then you go down like another inch. Or if your hair is a little bit longer, or if you just like the look, you can do bigger bubbles. But since my hair's shorter, I think the kind of stubby bubbles are kind of cute. And then I'm just going to quickly kind of fluff this, but not like a ton, just a little bit. And then keep going down the hair. You have a few baby hairs here, so I'm just going to quickly bobby pin those, and then that's it for the hairstyle. This one is super cute, and it stays in place really well because it's elastics holding it in, but it just seems so sporty, so cool to me, and I mean, it's Sydney Cummings, so I love her. But that is it for this hairstyle. Definitely a good one. And by the way, I should mention though, if you have longer hair, this is one that can hit you in the face if you're doing burpees or something. So just keep that in mind if you're going to do a wild, high intensity workout. Maybe not do this hairstyle. Okay, so we're done with that ponytail, don't worry. So this next one, we're gonna do some space buns. I love this hairstyle. I feel like I haven't worn it a ton with my shorter hair, but my hair's getting a little bit longer, so I can start wearing space buns again, and you know I'm here for it. So we're gonna start by just splitting your hair in half. And what I like to do is secure one side just out of the way while I pull the other one up into a ponytail. That just makes things easier so I don't have this hair coming into this ponytail. So once I got my hair like at this like top corner of your head, just secure it with an elastic. You know, honestly, like part of me kind of wants to rock like a high, like double high ponytails, but then also part of me is like, but is that weird? So I don't know, I'm not brave enough quite yet to rock them. Maybe if they get more popular I might, but right now I'm still a little bit nervous about it. So that's why you haven't seen me do it yet. Alrighty, so now making the bun. There's a lot of different ways you can make a bun. You can just wrap it into a bun. However, I found for me that this doesn't really work. It normally will fall out, and my hair is very slippery, doesn't like to stay in things. So if your hair is more coarse, goes into a bun super easily, you can do that. You could do a braided bun like we did before, or one of my personal favorites, split it in two and do a rope braid, or just twist the two sections around each other, whichever way is easier for you. And then if you're doing a rope braid, you can just secure it at the end with an elastic. I kind of have a long end, but I can just tuck that under. And then wrap that into a bun, and if you have the end, just tuck it under the bun. And then pin in place. Also, with your pins, this is a good time to kind of reshape the bun if it's looking a bit dorky. I know for me, a lot of times I'll wrap it into a bun and be like, what on earth is that? So if you need to, just quickly like reshape it a bit, pin down some pieces, and then I'm just going to repeat that on the other side. So starting with just brushing it into the right position, you want to make sure that you secure the elastic around like the same place as the other side. So you want to make sure they're even, so you don't have lopsided space buns. And then again, I'm going to do that rope braid. I actually really like the shape of this bun. It just turned out nice. Sometimes it does that. I'm very grateful. Okay, is it just me, or has anyone else done the thing where they put the bobby pin in, they're like, why didn't it work? It didn't pull any hair down. Then you realize that you put the bobby pin in backwards, and you did it like this side first instead of the open side first. Is that just me, or has anyone else done that? Because there's been too many times when I'm pinning a bun and there's like a flyaway and it's like, why isn't it pinning it down? And I'm like, Lydia, you did the wrong side. Alrighty, they're a little bit lopsided, I think, but what are you gonna do? And there you go, that is it for the hairstyle. One thing I like to do sometimes for space buns, if they feel like a little bit wobbly or they feel like they might come out, or just any bun really, you can add a scrunchie around it, and that's just kind of like an extra layer of protection. So if you feel like flyaways are coming out or the braid's gonna come undone, pop a scrunchie on. I guarantee you it will just help. Just add this little layer of protection, just kind of like wraps around it, makes it work a little bit better. And there we go. Space buns, a classic. Okay, so the next hairstyle, we're gonna do a fun little kind of low bun. So for this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from my part and make a very, very small section down the back of my head. This section isn't very wide, like maybe like 2 inches wide or so. Shouldn't be too wide. So I'm gonna quickly secure that middle section with a claw clip, and then secure the side sections with a claw clip so they're out of the way. So I don't want to mess up my part line. Okay, so now that everything is in place, all you're gonna do is just do a little Dutch braid down here. Start with a small section at the top of your head, and I'm talking like small. For this braid, you want to pick up very small sections. So go ahead, start with a small section and do that Dutch braid that I've been talking about, or you can do a French braid, and then just add in really small sections. So as you can see, it's just like a couple of hairs, maybe bigger than a couple of hairs, but just like tiny, tiny, little tiny sections, adding it into your braid as you go down your hair. Alrighty, and once you get, arms are kind of dead. Once you get to the end of that Dutch braid, I like to braid just like a few inches normally, so that way if anything happens, the braid does not unravel. And then I'm just going to secure this with a claw clip, and then just bring all your hair back into that ponytail. Just pull it all back. And this is something that if you wanted it to be like just outside of a gym, you could just pull out some pieces, make it look kind of cute. For the gym, I'm going to pull it back nice and slick so that way nothing comes out. And then secure it at the end with an elastic. And for this, I want to add a scrunchie because I think it'd be really cute. So I'm going to quickly go add a scrunchie. And there you go. The cutest little, just like cool little mohawk braid in there. But it's like just kind of like a sleek, basic low pony, and then you're like, oh, cute little braid in there. And this you could also, if you wanted to, do a little loop instead. So pull it through and then loop it. So if you like to loop your hair, kind of just get it all out of the way, you could do that. Or if you're doing ballet, you could do that into a low bun. So something like that if you wanted to. But for me personally, I prefer ponytail. Loops tend to fall out, or the hair kind of like rubs on the back of my neck and I can't stand it. So ponytail or loop, whatever you want to do, or bun. But that is it for this hairstyle. One more thing you could do though is fluff it out. So you've already seen the athletic version. But if you want like a prettier version, you could just fluff it out a little bit. And the thing is, it honestly doesn't really change that much of the look, but it just kind of makes it like a little bit cuter. So if you want that, you can do that as well. And for the final hairstyle, we're going to do a classic braided pony to finish off this video. For this, what you're going to start out by doing, I already have a middle part, so that's what you want. And then I'm just going to do 2 Dutch braids on the top of my head, but I'm going to pick up all the hair from in front of my ears so that way it just all goes up into the ponytail nicely. So you're going to start with a very small section at the front, and I'm talking like small, like that's little, okay? We're talking small here. Split that into 3 and then do a Dutch braid. And then as you go, like I've been saying, just pick up really small sections, but in this one even smaller than you've been doing. Because since it's a very small braid and it's only on like a few inches on top of your head, you want to pull in small sections. And for this, what I'm doing is I'm going to be pulling in all the hair from like my ear forward. So you want to start now pulling in your hair. I mean, at the first inch or so, you're just going to be pulling in hair from right here. But then as you keep going, pulling in that hair from around your ear and a little bit lower. And again, this is a great time to use that method of kind of flipping to the side and then dragging your finger. It just helps a little bit, especially if your arms are getting tired. It just kind of gives you a little rest. You can even like stand here, shake out your arm. Sure, it's nice and smooth going into the braid. Or you could keep it a bit more messy and texturized and have kind of that cool look. Okay, so I've gotten to pretty much where I want the ponytail to be, and I'm going to braid a few inches normally just so the braid doesn't unravel. And I think it's really important to note to do that, because if you don't do that, oftentimes the braid can, if you secure it right here and then you go to put in the elastic, oftentimes the braid can just unravel a bit and then all this is gone. So you don't want that to happen. And for this, I think I'm actually going to go a different route, and I'm going to braid this all the way down and have the braids in the ponytail. I think that'd be kind of cute. Alrighty, and then repeat that on the other side. And honestly, if you like either like, if my hair was straight or had like curls in it or something, this would actually be just a really cute like summer hairstyle. So if you wanted to like go to the gym in the ponytail version and then come back, take out your hair and have like a fun little hairstyle like this, that would actually be really cute. But we're gonna pull this into a ponytail. So first of all, I just realized you could do this in a low ponytail if you wanted. So if you're more like a low ponytail kind of gal, go for that. But you probably all know I am a high ponytail girl for life, so that's what I'm gonna do. Flipping my head over, just brushing out any bubbles, bumps. If you don't want to brush your hair, if you feel like you're not in the mood for it that day, and honestly, like 50% of the time, I don't even worry about brushing my hair in the ponytail. I just like flip my head upside down, put it in a ponytail, good enough for me. And then I'm going to use my trick, of course, 2 ponytails, because that just works so much better, keeps my hair up. And if you're having a hard time like getting the ponytails, like pulling the hair through, I would recommend just doing 1 ponytail and then do the other one on top, so that way you don't have to do both at the same time. And there you go. This one is one of my go-tos. It has been for so long. Just a really cool ponytail with some braids. Super fun. And then with the braids and the ponytail, it's just a little bit fun too. And if you want to pull your hair into a bun, maybe you're in ballet, maybe you just like buns, bam, pin it, you're done. It's super cute. And if you have the braids like in the buns kind of weaved in, that'd be really cool as well. So yeah, there's a lot of options for this hairstyle. Also, I'm gonna keep going. You can do 2 space buns and that would be adorable as well. So there's a ton of options, but here's just a very simple one if you want to just throw your hair up in a ponytail. Really cute. So I hope you enjoy the last hairstyle. I keep hitting this fan. Get out of the way. There we go. Alrighty guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really love all these hairstyles. I do actually wear all of these hairstyles on a regular basis. Like, just look at my channel, my fitness channel, and you will see all of these hairstyles being used all the time. If you'd like a part 2 to this, I actually might make that because there's actually a couple of hairstyles that are coming to mind that I haven't done that would be really fun. And I have done a ton of other fitness hairstyle videos, which I will link on the screen and below. I have actually made a lot, and there's a couple other hairstyles in there, more for longer hair. So if you're interested in looking for more hairstyles, maybe for longer hair, things like that, go check out that video, those videos. There's more than one. But that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I actually really I feel like I haven't done a hairstyle video in forever, so this was a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments below, like, what videos that I've been making recently have you preferred? Like, I like the kind of combination I've been doing, a little bit of fashion, a little bit of lifestyle, health, fitness, hairstyles. You know, if you like that, tell me in the comments below. Or do you want more hair from me? Because I used to do it like weekly, and I haven't been doing that recently. So if you want more hair videos, let me know. But yeah, guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next Friday for another awesome video. Bye, guys.